And with our main cultivator, we are going to send them on adventure again. Because we are already on day 40. I have seen, I don't know, uh, I have seen others explore the entire map by day 100, so we really need to get our asses in gear. There is a lot of stuff for us to discover. Oh yeah, here we find the ensoulment. This is the making a vessel part of your sect, giving life to a vessel so they can work for you just for a while. I think a Spiriton vessel is the best. They can live for, I think, 5 days. Oh yeah, I'm googling it too. And they can, I think, live for 5 days, which means they can work and then you build it again and then you do the miracle again. You can do that for some extra labor without actually occupying a position in your sect. So you can have extra people for free. Maybe if you make it out of high enough materials, you can even completely not have any outer disciples. News. There it is. I'm gonna just make it out of wood for now. And as you can see, things are not really getting done because I simply gave too many jobs to my people. In fact, they're not even hauling that beast blood because they're so busy shoveling shit. One of them even got burned for it, literally. Here we go. We failed that breakthrough, but we can do it again after they get a bit happy again. There you go. Only 1,000 chi, and each cultivator can only control one. So I'm going to actually make both cultivator. Both cultivators have that law. Maybe even our third. We'll see. I don't think I do the. I don't think I give it to the third person in this episode. And also, as you can see, we have a bunch of spirit stones not being built because we don't have the materials yet. They are going to get around to it eventually. And with that divinity mind, wow. I'm just now looking at the disciple. It's actually really shit, isn't he? He has like two chisels. Well, you need to wait until midnight to actually start doing the stuff. And a bunch of our cotton is grown, so even more labor is necessary. And here is our sect visitor. We give him a room. He naturally does not use it and goes to the nearest available bed. And that is what we need, a primordial soul gem. In order to get such a thing, normally we would have to kill him, you know. No, don't question how we got that. Sorry, not to kill him, to incapacitate him and then put him in a room with bad feng shui to kill him. So here we go. He likes casual shorts and thin pants. And we're going to... This is quite a circus, I know. But here we go. We're gonna discard some clothes from people, equip them, then give it to him. Quite a crazy adventure. But rest assured, we shall be clothed at the end of the day. There you go, we give him the clothes and he gives us his fabric summer shirt. Amazing. Meaning that we need to gift him again. Get the other gift. We are very lucky, in fact, to that he is what is it called? Open-minded or whatever the hell. His personality is carefree. So we can actually simply give him, you know, we can just talk him up and he will give us his treasure. It could be an idea, you know, if you happen to get a good seed, you know, or you play a map and you know that the person has a certain treasure, you could get lucky or plan to get some crazy item. I know. The problem is with this game, you usually need a bunch of crazy items, you know. That's not really a single pill that you can take to make yourself OP. You need like 10 of those pills, you know. Well, a really good one item that would be really good is an incredible artifact, but unfortunately, people A don't give their artifacts to people, and B uh, they the automatically generated characters actually have very shit artifacts to begin with. So, yeah, something like what I have here, which is a primordial soul gem on a person, is about as good as I'm gonna get from RNG, realistically speaking. But you could. I don't know exactly what, but for example, a fortune seed or whatever the hell, something like that would be even better to get from a person. But you would have to RNG re-roll the map a bunch of times. And here we go, we obtained it. I was also really worried for the moment because they were not using the right beds, so you know they might hate me at the end of their visit. And here we are trying to make a breakthrough again. A bit late, but you know. And after our metal cultivator gets to a high enough cultivation level, we are actually just going to give that cultivation room to our other cultivator while that person goes exploring. It would really be preferable if we could get them up to golden core level, but I want to give them some earth flux first. Here we have a visitor, very shit, but we need labor, so we might as well get this person. Here we are, and we can set this person to learn things. And don't forget, you want to check their laws, because their law path, because some laws require you to take multiple levels, and you can only take the first level in the manual pavilion. If a certain manual has multiple levels, tiers, you actually need to take them manually. Here you can see the True Sun Raw, even though it has a very high key stuff. I'm not gonna take loads from there, because yeah, it's non-connective, which means our attainment would go crazy high. But the 16 Supreme Steps law is compatible. And here we go, I get installment as well, I think. Or no, not yet. Just a bunch of cheese stuff. And we set our person to uh, cultivate the same room. Now the metal is not the ideal material for the earth and earth cultivator, but it does not cause harm. This is actually because you need a fire room or an earth cultivator, and we just don't have those materials, nor the room even, because yeah, we just need the labor. There you go. We don't have anything anymore to transcribe. Now, a bit of a problem that we're going to encounter soon is when we do start developing our learning other laws and doing the derivate mandate law. I mean, miracle. We don't actually have the stats necessary to actually learn that law. So we actually need to boost our stats first before we can actually learn a bunch of other laws. So I'm not actually sure at the moment what is the best way to do this. Normally, you would get an alchemist, first, and then also a primordial spirits person and boost stats. But of course, we don't have access to those laws in the first place. Here is his treasure, memorable stuff. Here you see his key development is actually even higher than my main cultivators now, up to 3,300. And now we can actually get some manuals for our earth cultivator as well. The lunar law, or lunar form. I keep calling them laws, they're manuals. And here you see you need to be core shaping to get that the second level, and you cannot get it through the manual pavilion, so you must do it through that screen. So it's a good idea to check these screens quite often until you memorize them. Yeah, I'm checking for what might be connective, but all the fire laws for this guy are counter connective, so yeah, I'm not going to take them, even though they would really help with the max G. Here you go, I am even taking spirit travel, even though it is technically a waste of inspiration and attainment. And since I want to do so much building stuff, I'll also take the installment one. And I think, yeah, in the next episode I'll even take installment on my third cultivator, so we can have 3 extra workers for free, quote unquote. Oh yeah, and I am so starved for manpower that I am even going to send my metal cultivator to the abandoned city to get, hopefully, convince somebody to come over. And here you can see how dogs mine. They're actually quite useful at mining. Exploring Mount Shu is very time consuming because there are a lot of locations there. Even though we only need one, there is actually quite a lot of loot to be had from the other locations there, so yeah, it's not a waste to get it, to visit that place. You get mainly a bunch of metal, I think, yeah, which we need for a bunch of stuff. We need both ice and fire, ignio copper. Our hotel is still open apparently. Our visitors really like to stay with us for a long time. Ideally, you actually want separate rooms for them. And you want those rooms to be impressive, unlike ours. Here you go, we have exactly 0 luck. But you can see, by the way, just how much faster you travel with somebody who has that skill. Here you go, I'm dropping the Divinity Mine Talisman because he's already cultivated enough. And I'm giving it to my Earth Cultivator. Now they have changed places. There you go, we are at the second level of the first stage. And as you can see with this furniture, you can set it to be for inner only, such that you can segregate your locations. I also cannot wait to have some money and some labor to actually be able to build my sect, which I think you'll really enjoy how it turns out. I've been planning it for a little bit. But of course we for now need our ghetto favelas just to get us going. Look at that. Adequate. So a small amount of improvement. It's not enough, but it's better than it going down. Look at all that cotton. Unfortunately, it does spoil, so, you know, since we don't have our mini universe, which will be very much one of the main things I'm going for very, very soon. Hopefully next episode. I only really need, what do I even need? I need Holy Stone, because I already have Phoenix Wood, which is one of the main components. I have a Lumina Core, and I actually don't know what else I need. There you go, somebody else. And they actually, well, incredible. They would actually, if they were an actual person, they would actually make a good cultivator. But here you go, an actual useful random manual. Any manual that boosts the tier of an artifact is giga good for as an unorthodox manual. This is a useless event. The Otherworldly Rift, I think, is the place where you go to play multiplayer, actually. And I don't intend to, so, you know. Here we have our dog beating some Yao guys. And it's actually very good to beat Yao guys because, well, they drop ashes, which are a very good refinement material. Unfortunately, it's not a very renewable material, you know. And there it is. Slightly, I don't exactly know what slightly means, but probably means by one level because that's the minimum. Oh, look at that. I just now saw that I have an ancient casket in my storage, which you'll see soon enough what it does. Here we go, we are at core shaping stage with our cultivator, so we can teach them some laws. Our people are finally doing some mining, as you can see. There you go. Essence and spirit travel, very good. The other ones would be good too, but no need to do them right now. Nice. Another 11 points. And also, by the way, you can usually... There you go, I just took the next level, which gives me even more max G. You can gift the Heaven Step people. You can give them a sword. That's one of the things that they like. And it will boost your favor with them by a small amount. That's the only one I know. You normally learn that type of stuff because you talk with enough people. But me being an anti-social cultivator, not going to happen very often. Here I am teaching the other guy ensoulment because I really want that labor. And here you go. Here is the twist in all this. I am opening the casket, and guess what we find? A manual, a new law. But not only any law, a Shendal law. I do not know how crazy lucky this is. Day 43 and I already have a Shendal law. But I wanna hear about what you guys think in the comments. It is a very crazy thing, and we may put it to good use. There you go. In any case, I'm gonna end it off here. Thank you guys for watching, and see you next time.